What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what I got recently? Introducing the one, the only. Look at that. That's cool. It shows it reflected. How cool is that? Bam. Hey, guys, check it out. This is my channel. Whoa. Ba-ba-ba-booey. Look at that. Look at that. They are not like us. Wow. Wow. Insane that this is even a capability. This is the newest iPad Pro. This thing is so cool, by the way. I heard Destiny talking about the Apple Pencil. So I was like, what's an Apple Pencil? What even is that? So I looked it up, right? Because he's like, yeah, the Apple Pencil Pro. That's why this thing's worth $500 or whatever. And I was like, surely they can't be selling a pencil for $500. So I looked it up. $100 for this. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. The coolest thing about this, though, this thing is 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes of storage. This small, tiny, thin Apple iPad Pro has more storage than my laptop. Tell me how that's possible. How is it possible that this tiny thing packs a punch bigger than my whole ass laptop? So I had to put it. Had to get the old setup here, so I got the Magic Keyboard. Yeah, Magic Keyboard, Magic School Bus. This is really cool though, because I do some modeling, and this is really neat to import my photos. Orgies on the tree, my bird to the bloody bottoms is underneath. Got it on the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans and with my old team. Oh, cause I'm balling. Yeah, I love it because I can import my photos into this now, and I can activate the Photoshop and actually do some corrections to the photos that I have. That. Cause I got the rights. Bag. Now, who knew? Hold up. Ooh. Yikes. Notifications. All right, somebody liked my comment. Calls are annoying and I hate them. Immediately does call-ins. I mean, come on. Come on. He said that. He said that. Hold up. Let me share this. All right, share, Discord cringe, share, audio, go. All right, so he released this video like literally right after yesterday when, well, I don't know if it was yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday, but recently he had a live stream and he ended his live stream with, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. No, I'm not going to do any call-ins because call-ins are stupid and they're annoying and they're boring. And then like the next day, he uploads this. It's just, it's so funny. It was so funny.
It's time to take some callers, buddy. Ahead of time, notice: do not call in to ask me about YouTube advice. Do not call in to ask me how.
When did he live stream this? This must have been filmed ahead of the time. Because there's no, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right, there's no way, because he just said how he doesn't like them, and then uploads this. It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. So I feel like he either like did a spontaneous stream one day, or I don't know.
How my day is going. Do not call in to ask me my favorite band or what my favorite.
Oh, you know what? Can you guys see this at all? I saw on some playbacks that you aren't able to see this. So let me just double check that real quick. Let me just double check. Yeah. Okay, I see it. So if I do the playback and it's not there, like it wasn't me. Down the street, I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I've never hit the mall with my whole team. Cause I'm balling. She got him salty. I've been waking up to get the money, whoa, whoa. Got a bad chick, a booty tatty, whoa, whoa. And she on my toes, once I'm getting them both. Put her in a new AP, that water like a boat. I was down bad on my stick, where was my brother's at? I know you turned your back on me just to get some racks. I see you swerve back, cause I'm in a black bag. Your diamonds on me, bump a flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I've been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Got my baby mama. All right, we got an email. We got an email from Matt Schneck. St. Louis MBA scholarship. Your impressive background and career path caught our attention. I lead executive MBA admissions at Quantic School of Dude, I've never heard of that school before, ever. What are you talking about, Matt? What are you talking about? Get real, Matt. I lead an executive MBA admissions at whatever school. I'm pleased to inform you of the St. Louis-based Leadership Scholarship available to select candidates if admitted to the program. This partial tuition. This is a sale. He's making a sale. This partial tuition reward reflects our commitment to empower high-achieving leaders in specific talent-rich cities. This is a lot of words. He's using a lot of buzzwords. And build exceptional, diverse cohorts based on your profile. I'd like to invite you to trial our award-winning courses. Award-winning courses. Whose award did you win? That's an important question. Learn more at thisplace.edu/St. Louis Leaders. You would join over 15,000 global alumni. Let's see, 15,000 global alumni. Let me just do a little thing really quick. SEMO alumni number. Okay, so Southeast Missouri State looks like it has, which is this that's the school that I went to for my undergraduate degree. Looks like they have 75,000 people. So, you do the multiplication on that. You do 75 out of 15. That's about 5 times as much. So they have 1/5 the amount of 1/5 the amount of alumni from SEMO. So 15,000, not that much. From entrepreneurs, Fortune 500 executives. Okay, see, people say that a lot. Who have accelerated their careers with accredited MBA programs and intuitive tuition model. In addition to scholarships, students often use tuition benefits to reduce cost further. Microsoft and Amazon famously approved to sponsor these degrees. Perhaps your company does too. These initiatives contribute to our radical affordability, which is in bold, challenging traditional business schools, according to Financial Times. Financial Times. Okay, let's see. They believe in flexible, exceptional career outcomes, and yeah. I would rather put my head through a wall than go through another 2 years, but thank you for your email. We got another email. It says, Eric, if you, I don't know why this is Bill Cosby. If you're still using spreadsheets to measure emissions, I have good news for you. We can automate it for you. Our carbon accounting software is the only product-led solution on the market and is also comprehensive than any of our competitors. Wow, crazy. I don't care. Let's see. Let's go back. So that's our emails that we got today. We had to do a little I just mind my business. I'm kidding. I put the new 4Gs on the G to the letterboxes underneath. Now that is true. Ranks inside the jeans. All with the OT. Can answer calls because I'm balling. Bitch, I got him salty. Oh, this is pretty cool. I don't think I could share like my iPad. I don't think I could do that. Let's see. Let's go home. It said somebody was live and then immediately like backed out of it. Maybe it said I was live. Yeah, it said I was live. Okay. Yep, I am live from New York. Hello, my name is Eric. All right.
Mustard on the beat, oh. Devo any nigga, he a free throw. Man down, call an ambulance, free throw. Nail him to the cross, walking like Tizo. What's up with these niggas? Trying to see Compton. Ow! The industry can hate me. Fuck them and they mama. How many options you really got? Too many options. I'm gonna pass on this body. John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible. If God watching, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas certified boogeyman. Don't just go with him. Walk him down. Oh, he got some hope in him. Oh, on him, bully. death row. Say, Drake, I hear you like them young. You better not ever go to cell block 1 to any bitch that talk to him and they in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister. They tell me jobs I need the one to get your hand-me-downs. Ooh, ooh. And party at the party, playing with his nose now. Strings. And Barker got a weird case. Why is he the mouse? Certified lover boy. Certified pedophiles. Walk, 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 walk. Die, fuck 'em up. Walk, 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 walk. Do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired trying to strike a chord? And it's probably A minor. They not like us. Not like us. They not like us. Never been like us. They not like us. Never will be like us. They not like us. They not.
Oh, that's cool.
Not like us. They not like us. Never been.
I always like when one of my posts gets traction. It looks like one of them. Looks like one of them might be popping off. Your reply got 100 views, over 100 views. Yeah, but it's got 4 likes. So if 325 people saw it and 4 people liked it, those aren't good odds. I'll hold out. I've seen it turn around before. There was another one where I yeah, there's this one. It was you're making 160,000. The post was you're making 160,000. You accept a new job at $180. It's a $180. So obviously they meant to put 180,000. Your current employer offers 200,000 to stay. What would you do? And I put, take the 180. It's not every day you're offered almost $200. Playing off the fact that obviously he meant one thing, it looks like it's something else. The post itself got 456 likes and 333 comments. Of that, because this, I don't know how much views the actual post got, but my reply got 43,000 views and 1.4 thousand likes. My reply got 1,000 more likes than the original post. That's just insane. I love that. All right, cool. I won that one. I got it. Got him. So it's stuff like that where it's like, oh shit, hell yeah. I won that one. So I wonder how this one's gonna do. It's from Hank Grain. He says, tap screen, TikTok, pause, shorts, pause, reels, mute, hold screen, TikTok, share menu, YouTube, general menu, reels, pause, hold screen, on the edge, TikTok, 2x speed, YouTube, same as regular hold, reels, same as regular hold. I said, God forbid you swipe in any direction. First, you skip the ad. Next, you're buying from Temu. I thought it was pretty succinct. I like it's 3 lines. It tells a story. It has a good intro. Like, it's a good comment. I feel like that's a good comment. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because it's got, I mean, those are pretty good odds. If I had 43,000 people see my comment, and 1,000 liked it, and now it's 1/40th, basically. And this is out of 325, 4, so about 1/100th. Not quite, though. Not quite. Yeah, what's 325 divided by 4? It's 81. Okay, so 180, 81st, 181. 1/81, basically. So if I had to predict, it really depends on how well this post itself is going to do. But I would probably say it may hold around 1/81 for a little bit. Oh, look at that. 2 more people liked it. That's cool. Love that. Nice. Yeah, I'm just going to let that be for a little bit. Not going to stress about it. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of threads there. This would be a good day to make a TikTok, but I'm banned. Ambulance. Ooh. Not just any. Jabroni. Jabroni. I'm sorry if you're commenting. I go with the assumption that nobody's commenting on here. I don't have any viewership on here yet, so I just under that. Yeah, and that's a good assumption. Ha! Ha! What are you gonna do to short remix this video? What are you gonna do to short remix this video? All right, let's react to that.
You gotta pop out and show niggas certified boogie man. Let's go with him. Walk him down, hope he got some home in him.
Oh, is this the actual creator though? That's probably the actual creator. I'm okay with that. You're just putting it on a different platform. That's okay with me. What would not be okay with me is if some random put that up and they were like, "Oh, hey, look at that. Go watch this guy's video," and it was just like some random dude. I wouldn't be okay with that. A goated comment. Goated. Hey, look, this fucking idiot is live. What are you doing, dude? I shouldn't because it's members only. That's members only content. This is stuff I would want to watch, but I shouldn't. It's members only. Let's check out my channel. You guys want to see my channel? Yo. That looks stupid. I thought it would look funny. It looks stupid. This is my channel right now. Labdominals.com. I'm the Labdominal Snowman. Here I am. This was goated content right here. Like back in the day. Look at that quality, man. I still have that camera. I just can't figure out how to get it to work. And what's up? How you doing? I'm here to broadcast in high definition my eyebrows. Now I'm testing this fucking camera and I got it. It's an extreme close up of my face. That's actually, by the way, a legitimate. It's a legitimate cinematography technique. It's called the extreme close up. Fuck. Hey. Should I start making YouTube videos like this again? Should I start making YouTube videos just like using this quality? Yeah, glorious looking a little gross today, not gonna lie. But just wanted to hop on here unmanicured. I'm literally doing the same thing. See what the capabilities of this is. So, well, I found out that I could remove this box later on if I turned off the autofocus. Apparently, that box shows up when you do the autofocus, and if you turn the autofocus off, that'll go away. This box disappears when you record, I believe, but when you record, actually, no, it doesn't. I think it disappears on the playback, but what this is doing is it's broadcasting what's going to the window of the camera. I'm trying to talk through this so I can remember how I did this. I cannot for the life of me recall what I did to get this to work, because I think I ported everything up onto OBS. Because I think later in the stream, I'm doing things on OBS. New audio device. Yeah. Okay. I'm clearly on OBS here. What's my audio settings? All right, so we got the Shure mic. Rest assured. And okay, so I could change cameras if I wanted to. This is my laptop. Still a pretty cool view. Hides my face, which is optimal, but and then we got this. Bam. This is super neat. That is super neat, especially because I can no longer do that for some reason. I have no idea how I was doing that. Yeah. Severity option. Oh, security options. Maybe you have to read down. Video bridge encryption is currently. Let's see. OBS. Maybe that's what I gotta do. I don't know, guys.
Hey, how are you holding up, Sadness? I know they got you working overtime. Ever since his wife left him, I just couldn't take a break. Dang, how long has it been? It's been months. Dang, here, let me see if I can... Ouch. Yeah, sorry. I wish I could help, but IT hasn't fixed my login credentials yet. Oh, my God. Hey, what are you doing? I'm taking PTO. Oh, wait, you can't just do that. You got to get that approved first. I don't care. These are unfair working conditions. You guys couldn't control his anger, and now I'm doing that to clean up his mess. Hey, now, it was between spending time with her or the new Elden Ring DLC. I had to make a decision. But you didn't need to make him yell at her like that. Yeah, well, Joy made me do it. Look, I just really want to play Elden Ring. You know what? I'm taking off indefinitely. Hey, Who are you? Oh, I'm the new temp covering for Sadness. You can call me Depression. Wow, that was quick. How long are you here for? I don't know. Could be a few days, weeks, months, or maybe until he has no reason to live. I don't know. Wait, what? All right, let's see here. He's drinking orange juice? Yeah, we're gonna need something stronger than that. Wait. What are you doing? It's still early in the day. Oh, relax. He just needs to loosen up. What do you got him doing now? Just scrolling down memory lane. I don't think scrolling through old Facebook photos is good for him right now. Hey, when was the last time you got any, what do you mean? Oh, my God. Yeah, hey man, can you come up here for a second? What do you need, Depression? Aroused? Joy, is that you? Oh, wow, that long time ago. It's been a while. When was the last time we met? The wedding? I think it was the honeymoon. Wait, no. That time in Peru. Oh, yeah, Peru. Yeah, good times. Good times. So, you know Depression? Oh, we worked on a few projects together back in the fantasy department. Oh, what projects? Yeah, let's not bring that up right now. Anyways, do you know anyone he used to hook up with? Any old flames or exes? No. Has he checked his Facebook? He's doing that right now. Guys, I don't think this is the time for him to hook up with anyone. Trust me, he just needs to get his mind off the pain for a while. I think what's best for him is that he should get back on a journey of self-love. Like get back into his hobbies, reconnect with friends. I think that would definitely help. Yeah, you're probably right. My bad. Wait, what's that? What's what? Whose page is that? Is that who I think it is? Oh no! No! Game over. We're shutting this place down, boys. No. There's no saving here. Let's just cut off our losses. Come on, man. I said no. All right, everyone, get out. Who are you? I am in security. I'm here to stop this entire meltdown. Now get out. All right, listen here. I'm gonna need you to suck it up because today's the day you're gonna become a man. From now on, the gym's your home. You're going to be drinking protein shakes, listening to Andrew Tate podcasts, investing in Bitcoin, and today, you're buying a Dodge Charger. Hey guys, thank you for watching.
This guy did a good job. Follow him. What a cool dude. I don't know. God. What should I even do? Enter the code we sent via WhatsApp? Are you fucking stupid? WhatsApp? Nobody fucking uses WhatsApp. I certainly don't. Yeah. Send it via SMS like an actual fucking human being. Wait a few more minutes. Resend it. Something went wrong. There's an issue on the page and cannot be loaded. Interesting. Okay. Weird.
Yeah, I'm talking about Boogie again, the internet's favorite clown. Everyone is lining up to throw the baseball at the target to dunk this goober into the water tank, and I can't resist. It's actually unbelievable how he continues to find new deplorable ways to sink deeper into degeneracy and dig himself even deeper holes. I am blown away by his ability to constantly embarrass himself. I don't know what kind of kink this is, but it goes beyond humiliation at this point. So buckle your seatbelt. I'm going to deliver a high-speed Boogie breakdown here for what happened last night. So Boogie has maintained for a while that he has cancer. And a lot of his reasoning behind his most recent cryptocurrency scam was that he needed the money for his medical treatments with his cancer. And last night, that diagnosis was challenged with people directly confronting about the authenticity of his claims because there were some inconsistencies and some shady things with what Boogie was saying about it. I believe the catalyst behind this whole conversation was Destiny, who spearheaded the questions that he had about Boogie's diagnosis, and it led to like directly talking with him about it, which then led to more and more people coming in to talk to Boogie about it. And for those that don't know, Boogie2988 is a pathological liar. He cannot help himself. Just like a pile of dog shit can't help but smell like poop, Boogie can't help but lie, even about the most trivial things ever. He used to tell fibs about games and like what games he was playing and finishing and why he needed to buy games to review them, only to never review the games. Like, I'm surprised he didn't start weighing in on the Elden Ring DLC being too hard, saying some shit like, oh, well, yes, the Elden Ring DLC was quite simple for me, really. I kind of first tried every single boss. My favorite boss was Rudonius of the Hidden Leaf Village, obviously. Like, he just lies, and he can't help but continue to lie anytime he sees an opportunity for it, especially if it could potentially lead to some level of sympathy. Oh, yes, I've experienced racism. Me, Boogie2988, as you know, I'm a full-blooded Atlantean, and I recall when Plato came to our hidden continent and sunk it himself because he didn't like the color of our skin. Like, he is just a liar, is the point I'm trying to make here. An outrageous one at that. So with some of the things he was saying, people started to question whether or not he really did have cancer. So they confronted him directly on a podcast. And throughout the 3 or so hours that he was on the podcast there, he chose the worst possible dialogue options every single time. And it eventually culminated with him getting naked.
So your shred of privacy is this, but not being naked on film, not talking about fucking wars.
Yeah, I'll get naked right now. I'll get naked right now.
Take it off. Let's do it.
A pretty interesting strategy here to get nude. Just strip down to your birthday suit. Boogie's playing chess. The rest of us are playing checkers. Lying about having cancer takes a very special kind of scumbag. It's not unheard of on the internet. There's plenty of famous cases of people doing that. But to come in and question Boogie on it, like, you've got to have your ducks in a row. And Boogie, when defending himself, refused to show even a single shred of evidence to push back against the claims. And the claims had more evidence than Boogie did about his diagnosis. And it eventually reached the point where people were begging him to just show like a fucking single molecule that would somehow lend any credence to Boogie's claims, and he just refused. There was I think it was an $80,000 bounty. Like, multiple YouTubers came in and offered thousands upon thousands of dollars to Boogie, up to $80,000, to just show a piece of his medical record to a trusted third party, so that way they could verify it, that he really does have cancer like he claims he does, and he refused. Which is very weird, considering Boogie just scammed his audience for $10,000 talking about how desperate he was for money because of his medical bills and everything. So he'll scam his audience for $10,000, but he won't just briefly show a little piece of his medical record here for 80 grand, 80,000 clams. That just doesn't add up, because he's talking about how it's like the last bastion of privacy he has, which doesn't make any sense because Boogie has never given a fuck about privacy. Every single aspect of his life, he has pushed into the public eye that people have to just like have their fucking retinas burned out against their will because Boogie is shoving every aspect of his personal life down their throat. Yet this is the one thing he wants privacy on, even though he himself was the first one to ever talk about it. It just doesn't make sense. So it's definitely not looking good for Boogie after this. He's since deactivated his Twitter account and everything, which probably is only temporary. He's addicted to Twitter. It's like a heroin addict. Like, I imagine he's going to go back to the needle here to Twitter. But for now, it's looking like his ham got steamed on this podcast. It doesn't look good here. Of course, it hasn't been 100% definitively proven that he's lying about his diagnosis or anything like that. But the whole situation around it is very weird for sure. And I just want to show you a little bit from it. Now, a buddy of mine, whom I'm sure all of you have heard me talk about in the past, Jackson Clark, that's a name that lives in infamy in the mind of Boogie. Jackson Clark is Boogie's boogeyman. He mentioned Jackson so many times unprompted in this podcast that the other hosts were left stunned, wondering who the fuck is Jackson? Because Jackson has, for a long time now, been pushing back against a lot of what Boogie has said and done to his audience. And Jackson, a while back, did talk about the diagnosis on Twitter And it has, I guess, free money like that. He just scammed his audience for $10,000, which in this podcast he openly admits to. I think it was who was it? Like, I think it was Nicholas Diorio. Nicholas Diorio at the very end came in. He's like, "What do you mean morals? You scammed your audience." He's like, "This is two separate things."
Because I'm insisting on it. Because
Drop the microphone.
No, wait. Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm?
But this is basically the whole podcast where they are picking apart Boogie's story and just begging and even trying to offer him tons of money to prove that he actually has what he says he has. Where does he mention more Jackson, though?
Goddamn medical records. And I don't want more of you motherfuckers feeling sorry for me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Okay? You can hate me as much as you fucking want. But I'm taking one goddamn thing with me. And this is a decision I made when Jackson Clark demanded this shit 2 fucking years ago. It's a decision I'm fucking sticking to here.
I don't know who Jackson Clark is.
I don't even know if I'm getting.
That's incredible! Jackson Clark, he did it again! First and last name. He's doing it. He's doing it. That's so huge. And now he looks like a pioneer for being the first to request the Panama Papers on Boogie here. And then 2:43 on the dot. Jackson mentioned again. This is like a Where's Waldo game. All right, so 2:43 mentioned again.
Getting his name right. It's fucking Moist Critical's butt buddy. I don't fucking know.
Why do you
They
keep
do
calling
a
him
podcast
Jackson Clark?
I don't
Wait, he's getting name dropped again.
know his real name. What is it?
What do you mean you don't know his real name? You've said it 4 times. Jackson Clark. You think that's an alias? A first and last name alias? His real name's fucking Steve Cheeseburger? And why you pretend you don't know his real name? You tweet about him every now and then after blocking him so he can't fight back. That's his pseudonym. He's using it like J.K. Rowling.
I'm gonna let him have the win.
right?
I'm gonna
I'd
let him
break
have
some
the win.
type of law.
I'm gonna let him have the
laws,
win.
yeah.
I'm gonna let him have the win.
What's the reasoning behind that? Why are you letting him have the win?
Because as I said to Jackson Clark 2 years ago, or at least said about
Jackson
it,
Clark.
yeah, I am not sharing my medical records. I'm not sharing this with the internet. This is for me. I'm good.
How much money did Jackson Clark get you to fucking say his name?
Yeah, I know, right?
On the stream.
I don't know.
Great advertising, yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good for
Jackson
Penguin Zero. Penguin Zero. Jackson Clark. Penguin Zero. Jackson Clark. Check it out. Buy Fattycoin. There.
That's honestly, put that on the back of the DVD box. That is so fucking flames. Hold on, I'm telling Jackson timestamps. Get Jackson on stream. He's sleeping right now. It's Australia. He's not up yet. He actually hates you too. He does. He absolutely does. 100%. But he hates everyone that doesn't immediately fall in line and agree with him. What's crazy is he doesn't hate Keemstar, who literally invited him over to his house on the 4th of July just to throw ice cubes at him and bully him. But he hates everybody else. Literally everybody else. It's so odd. It's super weird. I don't know why he hates me and Jackson so much more than everyone else. I genuinely do not. I have talked about Boogie twice. Once with his crypto scam and once with the documentary that dropped where he talked about how his life fell apart from buying hookers and everything and still had a crazy ego about how he deserves to fuck tens and all kinds of heinous shit. Those are the only 2 times I talked about him. And comparatively to everyone else, I don't even think I was that mean. I gave him legitimate advice about maybe instead of scamming your audience, you should just keep making YouTube videos. He averages 20K views per video. If you just make a video a day at that average, he would be able to support himself with at least $10,000 a month. Easy, bare minimum. Like, I feel like, honestly, it was pretty reasonable. But maybe he doesn't like to hear that. He'd rather people throw ice cubes at him in person. I don't know. I really don't know. you guys did make fun of him in the documentary for like an entire podcast episode. Yeah, constructively. Like, if you're going through all these health problems, maybe don't start every day with a Mountain Dew after you take off your fucking CPAP machine. Like, that's constructive, I think. Like, instead of a Mountain Dew, anything else. And maybe just doing fucking acid in the middle of the forest with a fucking shaman is not going to be the therapist you need. I know. Yeah, I know. They brought in everyone for this one. It's certainly not looking like Boogie was telling the truth, shockingly. But who knows? Maybe for some reason he really is refusing like $80,000 in order to keep this last bastion of privacy, which isn't really private considering he was the one that internet aliases. No, that's not true. He knows we're separate people. Now you're just making shit up, but I love that. I love that idea. So maybe that's where he's hearing a lot of it from, because in videos, it's only been 2 from me. And on the podcast, it's not just me. It's everyone kind of just going over like the Boogie recap on what he's doing right now and why he probably shouldn't be doing what he's doing right now and how he can do things that are better than that. Like maybe that's where he's seeing a lot of it from, where he gets this idea that I'm always, shitting on him or whatever. And the other thing I actually want to dive into a little bit is where I briefly mentioned that if Boogie would just make a video a day, or at least increase the frequency in which he creates content, he would be able to support himself. And he wouldn't need to resort to scams or lies or these elaborate ruses to try and squeeze milk from a stone here and shake down the last remaining audience he has for their lunch money. He could just support himself through what he used to do, which was make content. Yes, he lost most of his audience once they started to take a peek behind the mask, the facade that he put up, then they noticed that he's like the goddamn Babadook, right? He's a monster. But his channel was so big that even losing the majority of his audience still leaves him with a very sizable audience left. That's bigger than like 99% of other channels on the platform already. And averaging between 20 to 30,000 views per video is sustainable. I have another channel, and I've talked about it a couple of times, called Skill Check. And this is for all of the nerdy shit that I love to do. It's pretty niche. So Dungeons and Dragons and trading card games. Right now, mainly Magic the Gathering Commander, but we're branching into more Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece TCG content. I have a huge passion for this shit. And the average views on the videos for that channel is right around 30 to 40,000-ish. Sometimes they pop off like the Commander game with Wubby or the Shot Caller Commander game, but the average is between like 30 to 40,000 across the whole channel. And I'm going to just give you a peek behind the old analytics here. This is what the channel generates of 2.1 million.
Let's see. 92,000 subscribers. Wow, 13,000 more in the last 28 days. That was a good month. 2.1 million views in 28 days. Estimated revenue. Wow, 7,000. That is sustainable. That is sustainable. Because, I mean, if you live a lifestyle like I do, you can support yourself on 6,000, probably a little less than that. So, wow. Okay. When I recently got advice on stream from Tom Dark, that was around what he was saying, about 2 million. You self-sustain, and he's so right. 2.1 million views, 92,000. You could probably reach that in about 2 years.
Million views per month. It makes over $7,000 per month. Now let's compare that to Boogie's channel. Boogie, even when not creating content, his channel basically just gathers fucking cobwebs because he doesn't want to put any work in and make stuff. Even with that in mind, his channel still makes almost 1 million views per month. Now imagine if he would just post more frequently. He could easily fucking support himself through AdSense. He could. No matter what lie he tries to feed you about how that's not possible, no one wants to watch him, his average says otherwise. He just doesn't want to do it. He's looking for the easier paydays, like taking $10,000 up front to pump a fucking crypto scam. if it is true that Boogie is lying about all of this, that'll just be yet another unbelievably low thing that Boogie has done throughout his career. And he has made a career out of doing some of the lowest shit the platform's ever seen. So again, it hasn't been 100% confirmed that he's lied about this. So maybe he is telling the truth. Maybe he's got stick it to the monneosis. Like it's just all a very odd set of circumstances with the way all of this is unfolding here. And I just had to talk about it a little bit because, man, I mean, Jackson Clark, he got mentioned so many times here, and this is just such a fucking weird story. That's really about it. So yeah, as I was rendering the video here, some new lore just dropped, a little update to this case. Keemstar made a tweet kind of talking about some things behind the scenes. Now, he's like the Boogie whisperer. Boogie tells him everything, I guess. So I think probably best to wait for Boogie to confirm all of this, but I'll at least put this here for the sake of covering everything that's come out here. According to Keem's tweet, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood, and then 2 years ago, after he lost his money in crypto, went to the doctor, said he had high red blood cells, indicating he may have it. Before he got any confirmation, he made a YouTube video announcing it, and then for 2 years has been telling people he has it to use it for sympathy, and he never actually got confirmation, but now apparently he's scheduled to go see whether or not he has it. So that's the most recent update there, and it doesn't come directly from Boogie, so I guess we might have to wait to see what he says about it, even though Boogie himself isn't really a reliable narrator since he lies about everything ever. But again, there is no 100% confirmation on whether or not he's lying about this or anything, but it is certainly very peculiar, very, very weird. That's about it. So yeah.
There's something going on when I play these. A lot of these live streams are just, they're very, very, I'm using them to figure out what works, what doesn't work. What I do see is that when I share tabs, it works fairly well. I love the fact that it like pulls exactly what I'm looking at. In my opinion, it works way better than OBS. This is probably just because of my ignorance of OBS, but this works very, very well. I really love it. Diagnostic, that was the word I was looking for earlier. Everything is very diagnostic. So I'm trying to figure out right now if I can do something like, can I be creating something on my iPad and then share that on this tab? I don't think that's possible because I tried going live. In fun fact, you can go live twice on your channel, probably more than that, but I'm not sure. But the second time that you uploaded it, it's unlisted. And so what I was trying to do is I was trying to share that unlisted link with me and then share that tab on here. That's what you saw for half a second. But the way the iPad works is it doesn't actually allow you, it senses this as a mobile device. And so it doesn't actually allow you to share a tab it doesn't allow you to share an app, for example. So I can't like create something on Final Cut Pro or Logic and then broadcast that. So I'm trying to work out those kinks, trying to work out those kinks. I'll be right back. All right. All right. What's up, champs? What's up, champs? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the best way to create but broadcast my creation. A lot of people use OBS, but like I don't know if that's the best. Like, is that the best streaming software? Let's check it out.
This is our review of the best live streaming software for PC in 2024. After testing all the leading options, we'll share the top Windows live streaming platform.
Hold up. I got to check this. All right. You can see it on my live stream. It's so annoying because I have to check this every single time.
Or app right now so that you can learn how to go live like a pro. Option number one is StreamYard. And this one's a little bit different to the other options I've got coming up because this one isn't software that you need to download and install on your computer. This one runs in your web browser. It means that you can use it on a lot of different devices too. So you can use it on Windows, on Mac, on Linux. You can even use it on your phones as well. It's got a really easy to use, really intuitive interface, and they make it really easy for you to get up to speed. So connecting your social media accounts is literally click of a button, adding your webcam or your camera, checking all your microphones, all of that stuff, really simple. And that's kind of the theme that flows through here is that even simple stuff like changing different views or different scenes, as other software calls it, StreamYard has templates or scenes that you can switch between without needing to configure them all up. They're literally right there under your main preview screen. So if you want to switch between yourself, full camera, to a screen share, maybe a screen share with you down the bottom left-hand corner, you can literally do that with just the click of a button. It's also got built-in an amazing guest feature as well. I absolutely love this. They make it so easy for you to generate a unique link that you can send out to someone. They can click on that link and they can then appear as a video source or a guest that you can bring into your live stream. And that's obviously then when those presets and templates for the different scenes or different looks become even more powerful because you can switch them not just for yourself, but also the different layouts for your guests and things too. They also make it really easy for you to multicast or simulcast your live stream out to multiple places. So you could be going live to your YouTube channel and to Facebook all at the same time. And they have a combined comments view. So you're able to bring in comments into one place.
No way. I was just thinking about that. To this really quick. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Because you have like a multitude of different streaming platforms, and like sure you can go back and forth and you can look at all the comments, but like I think it's a better experience when it's funneled into one section. That's really, really cool. I love that. I really love that they included that.
Where you're able to monitor wherever you're live. So you don't need to go and check on YouTube to see the comments on there and Facebook on there. It's all in one place. They also make it really easy for you to feature or to bring those comments on screen. Just by selecting on them, they'll then appear on the screen, which is great for interaction, great for engagement, and they look good. And you've got the same ability in adding titles and things as well. So you can actually create these ahead of time so that you've...
Okay, hold up. He has StreamYard and then option 2, 3, 4, and conclusion. That's so funny. He obviously doesn't give a shit about any other. Okay, so Prism. And he spends like 5 minutes into this, so almost half the video talking about StreamYard. Interesting.
Got them good to go. You just...
Of course, he's got OBS on there. I've heard about Prism before, so I've seen it. I don't think I've looked into it. Interesting. Bless me. I'm joking.
click on them and they'll appear, or you can actually easily make them while you're live as well. Another really big advantage with StreamYard over a lot of the other options is because it is run in the cloud, because it's run through your web browser, a lot of that pressure is on StreamYard's end, which makes it great for you if you've got a lower spec computer, or maybe you want to bring in a lot of guests, or maybe you want to stream out to a lot of different places at once. The only real load on your system is sending your video feed through to StreamYard, or maybe your computer screen as well, not needing to manage all the extra stuff. And when we're looking at StreamYard as a web-based live streaming solution, there's actually quite a few other options out there as well. Some of them are very, very similar. StreamYard right now is my #1 pick, but I will say if you are looking for something very similar, but you're looking for that next level of customization, then maybe something like EVMux could be a good option for you. But there's one other big standout feature for us that is now in StreamYard as well, and that is their StreamYard On Air, which is essentially built-in webinar software in StreamYard too. And I absolutely love it because it means that we don't need to go and have an additional program, tool, or thing to learn running webinars and running live events like we do. We're then able to do it in that familiar interface of StreamYard. And we actually received a lot of positive feedback when we switched from our previous webinar software to StreamYard. A lot of our viewers loved the experience after seeing what we were using before and moving to StreamYard. And hey, I prefer it. The other thing that I absolutely love about StreamYard is that they're actively listening to their community. So they're constantly running live streams and engaging with their audience. They have their own community where they're taking feedback on board to help build this tool out to be what their audience and their customers actually want. And I absolutely love that. Now, in terms of pricing, there's a couple of different options. There is a free plan where you can jump in, you can test it out. There are some limitations like watermarks and things on that free version. So that's where for most people, I suggest that you jump on their basic plan, which is $25 a month if you're paying monthly, which works out as $20 a month if you're paying annual. And that's
Oh, God. Okay, let's get back. So you can do free, StreamYard logo. I don't think that really matters. Streaming limits. Why do you have streaming limits? Local recordings, 2 hours per month. Per month? 2 hours. That is absolute shit. I'm sorry. It is. Wow. 2 hours per month. 6 on-screen participants, 2 seats. Oh, wow. So you don't broadcast in HD unless you have $50 a month? Why? Pre-recorded streams, 2 hours. It's a little slamey. On-air webinars, 250. Wow. Okay. All right.
$25 a month if you're paying monthly, which works out as $20 a month if you're paying annual. And that's going to unlock things like obviously removing that watermark. It's going to allow you to multi-stream to 3 different destinations, 3 different places. You can have up to 10 on-screen guests or participants as well. But up from that, the professional plan will let you do full 1080p live streams. It'll let you multi-stream to more destinations at once. It'll give you the ability to use an extra camera as well. And this is also where you get to access their StreamYard On Air, so the webinar functionality as well. You'll need to be on that professional plan for that, which is $49 a month or $39 a month if you're paying annually. So if you are someone who likes to geek out and configure everything and really dial everything in, then some of the other options might be a better fit. The next option is Prism Live Studio. This is another one that I'm a big fan of that's actually grown pretty quickly as well. And the amount of features and things that you can do in here is pretty cool. So unlike StreamYard, this and the other options are software that you will need to download and install on your computer. And Prism Live Studio works on Windows, it works on Mac. There is also an iPhone and Android versions as well. Oh, and it's also completely free. So the overall interface is pretty intuitive. It's easy enough to use. It's not as easy to use or as intuitive as StreamYard, but it's also got a lot more features and controls in there too. Again, they make it easy for you to go live to any of the major platforms. You can also multi-stream to multiple destinations as well. Just like StreamYard, you can monitor your comments in one place. Even if you're multi-streaming, it pulls them into the one place where you can view and interact with your audience. But you also have the ability in here to add widgets onto your live stream as well. So you can actually bring up your live chat feed and display it in your live stream too. They also make it really easy to add things in like animated GIFs and stickers and music. And there's even a drawing mode where you can draw live on your screen too. You're also able to create different scenes or different presets and templates and things for you to switch between while you're live. So while StreamYard had some of those preset ones that you could configure up, you're really starting from scratch in Prism Live and the other options I've got for you as well, which is pretty standard for live streaming software. But it is easy for you to build these out and you can reuse them on different streams too. So you'd likely build out a scene for your camera full screen, another one for you sharing your computer screen, maybe one that's a hybrid of both. So it's got your computer screen and it's got you down the bottom corner. And again, you can easily switch between these while you're live, and you can even make minor changes and configure them up while you're live as well. But overall, there's a lot more customization in here for that kind of stuff than there is in tools like StreamYard. You can even enable a more advanced mode called Studio Mode, where you're able to configure stuff up while you're live, but it's not actually pushed live. So it's almost like this demo display preview area where you can bring up titles and things. And then when you're ready to send that to your live stream, you can click a button and then that becomes live. But you also have the ability at any time to switch back to the more basic mode where whatever changes you make are pushed live instantly. There's even a feature where you can remotely control the app from your phone as well. There's also a built-in virtual camera too. And I absolutely love this. I use virtual cameras all the time. So this is where essentially Prism Live gets detected as a webcam in other software. So it could be Zoom calls, webinars, whatever it is that you're doing, but you get access to all the controls and features of Prism Live Studio to control what that webcam looks like in those other tools. So if you've ever wanted to bring up text or graphics or images inside of Zoom without needing to manually share your screen and all of that stuff and just do it live on your webcam, and that's what the virtual camera is for. So overall, I think Prism Live Studio is an amazing option for someone beginner up to maybe a high level intermediate user, as it's a good mix of simplicity, but it's also got a lot more of those professional tools for those that want more. The next one is OBS, and it's another great free option. It's probably one of the most popular options for live streaming out there. And I think maybe Prism Live might have borrowed some inspiration or something from the OBS interface and from the settings area and everything, because the two are so similar in a lot of ways. Like the way that the scenes and the camera inputs and everything work and a lot of the advanced settings, there's a lot of overlap. But I'd say the biggest difference is that OBS, to me, it's not as intuitive. It's definitely not as polished as Prism. And it can be a lot more overwhelming, especially for a beginner to jump in, to get up to speed, start live streaming. There's almost like a much bigger learning curve in OBS than there is in something like Prism. Don't worry, we've got you covered. If you do want to learn these tools, a lot of these we have already created tutorials for, which I'll link in the description box below. But for those reasons already, I'm going to be positioning this as an intermediate level user through to advanced because of that extra learning curve. But also,
he's so real for that. And I think that that is just absolutely correct, because it's like, dude, even having downloaded this I think about almost 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago, I downloaded OBS for the first time, and I've been using it like intermittently ever since. I still cannot, for the life of me, figure out how the fuck that thing works.
it is the next level on features and controls and things that you can do in there too. So OBS works on Windows. There is a Mac version. There is a Linux version too. There's also a huge community of users and developers behind this too, with lots of different community created plugins and add-ons and more features and things to expand the usability of OBS as well. So if there is something you're looking to do and it's not in OBS straight out of the box, it's likely you could find some sort of add-on or plugin that's going to help you add that feature. So some examples of that: OBS doesn't have a built-in guest feature like we have with StreamYard, and there's also no built-in out-of-the-box multicasting or simulcasting as well to allow you to go live to multiple places. You can do those things in OBS, but it is with some of those extra plugins and things that are needed. But overall, again, you can really think of this as Prism Live on steroids. So if you're someone who is after a great amount of control, someone who really wants to dial everything in and customize things up, knowing that there is a bit of a learning curve when you first jump in, then OBS could be a good option. Now, for those of you that are looking for something even...
All right. So I think, like, for all intents and purposes, people that want to, like, pay their way into, like, the way this narrative is being constructed, the way I think about this is that if you want to pay your way into just, like, having everything that you have pretty much ported up, StreamYard is probably the way to go about it, and do the $50 a month. And then you have everything that you really want without really having to think about it at all. Prism, it looks like it requires a little bit of thought, but a lot of it's pretty intuitive to figure out. OBS is insane. I can't figure it out whatsoever. So that almost seems like the thing that you would get after you experience Prism for a little bit. I don't know where this is going, but that seems to be the narrative of the YouTube so far.
And more advanced, literally professional grade live streaming software, then that's where you can't really go past vMix. This one is Windows only, and it is literally professional grade software. So you do have the ability in here just to use it at its basics, connect a camera, maybe add some titles and things, go live to wherever you want to push it out to. But if that's your use case here, then I would definitely recommend one of the other options. If you're someone who really wants to dive into multiple cameras, multiple scenes, bringing in guests, running live interviews at a production quality level, then this is your tool. One of my standout features in here that I absolutely love is ISO video recording, where it's going to record as separate video files the different video inputs that you've got in there. So if I'm running 3 different cameras here, I could just record the finished live broadcast where I've already kind of edited on the fly and switched between the different different cameras. Or with ISO video recording enabled, I've got separate video tracks or separate video files for each one of those devices. Meaning then I can take this into my editing software and I can really create what I want after the fact as well. So if you are running live events, multiple cameras, and I can really create what I kind of edited on the fly. With ISO video recording enabled, I've got separate video tracks or separate video files for each one of those devices. Meaning then I can take this into my editing.
Who is that? Who's that?
Software and I can really create what I want after the fact as well. So if you are running live events, multiple cameras, then yeah, this is a great tool. Now in terms of pricing, at the time of filming this video, there is a free 60-day trial. So if you feel that this could be something you're interested in or something you're interested in learning, then you could grab that as a good starting point. But above that, you've got a lot of different pricing options. Some of them are one-time paid, and they also have a subscription model as well. So I love that you get the options here. But you can see here for a lifetime license, basic HD, so 1920 by 1080 basic features, then that's starting at $60 as a one-time purchase. To unlock more features, more inputs, that's where you can go to the HD plan. Again, still 1920 by 1080 at $350. Right up to Pro, which is unlocking all of.
Excuse me? What? Yeah, 50 a month. That's insane. That is insane. Overlay channels. It seems like just the fucking normal amount of shit you would want. Total inputs 1,000. 1,000 total. Why would you need that? Why would you need it? Like, why would you need more than 12 total inputs? In what world would you ever need less than? Sorry. In what world would you need more than 20 cameras? If you had 20 cameras on me right now, and it was just like, that would be the most produced set I've ever seen. I haven't seen too many sets, so that's not saying much. But still, 20 cameras would be absolutely asinine. I think the Joe Rogan Experience, the top podcast of all time, is like, what? They have like maybe 3 or 4. When they do what? A Protect Our Parks podcast, maybe they have 6. It's insane to have 20. 1,000 is absolutely asinine. I don't know when you would ever need that much.
Of their features here for $1,200 US. Again, lifetime license. Now that does include updates for the first 12 months, or I guess this is where the subscription comes in. It's $50 US per month to unlock the features here from the Pro plan, but you're also obviously not limited to updates beyond that 12 months if you're still on the subscription. So rounding all this out, if you're someone who's looking for something simple and easy to use, maybe you're a beginner through to an intermediate level, then StreamYard could be a great option. Obviously, if you want to bring in guests and that kind of stuff too, that's probably the pick. If you're still looking for simplicity, but access to some more advanced features and controls, then that's where the Prism Live Studio would be a good option for you. If you're someone who geeks out on features and controls and things and wants the next level above that, and you're starting to evolve and you're building out quite the live stream production, then that's where OBS could be a good fit for you. Or if you're someone who is at the most advanced level, someone really looking to dial everything in and use production grade tools, then that's where vMix will be your pick. For me personally though, on Windows when I'm live streaming, it's normally StreamYard that I'm going to first, especially if I'm going to bring in guests or I'm going to need to do something pretty simple. Beyond that though, I'm really pumped on what Prism Live Studio are doing, and I love how they're kind of making OBS but easier. And I also absolutely love the built-in virtual webcam feature in there. So for me, those are my top 2 picks out of that shortlist. Now, if you want to dive deeper into some of these tools, I've got videos linked on screen and below in the description box. We've got some tutorials to help you even further with these. And as always, there's a bunch of other resources and things down there to help you too. I'll see you in the next one.
That's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop sharing that. I'm gonna download Prism. I'm gonna figure out. That was a good video. Give that champ a follow. I believe I had that on there on the screen. There it is. Primal Video. Give Primal Video a follow. What a champ. What a champ. What's their actual name? At Primal Video. Give them a follow. What a wonderful creator. Thank you so much for that breakdown. I appreciate that, sir. I'm going to go in. I want to see something that I can actually create and broadcast using my like hopefully what I can do is do like an invite to broadcast using my iPad. Maybe I could do something like that. Who knows? But I'm gonna download Prism and figure out if that's the best case for me. In doing so, I will be less than entertaining. I know this whole thing wasn't that entertaining. I appreciate you guys for, if you did tune in after the fact, thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, most of this is just diagnostic. It's just testing everything right now and figuring out what is the best path forward. So when I start making YouTube videos, when I start making building a community and releasing as much content as possible, what I'm gonna do is broadcast live often, and I want to have that entire process completely nailed down before I begin. So I could do things like do it in private, unlisted and stuff, and it's whatever. Maybe I'll do that in the future if I have to niche switch. So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know. I'm gonna download Prism, and I'm gonna see if that is the best way forward. And if it is, then that's what I'll be using in the future. So good to see each and every one of you. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday.